Very good evening to you with the Friday edition of Sports Night. I'm Damien Best. Well, Julian Michael Jackson White is the new men's champion of the Silver Hill Road Tennis Competition. White defeated defending champion Anton Lilman Daniel in 3 games to take home the trophy and $5,000 at the community center. Meanwhile, defending champion Kim Holder proved too much for Abigail Haynes in the ladies' final to win the trophy and $3,500. And in the 17 and under section, Ezekiel Ward dispatched Nicholas Ellis.
Massive crowd on hand for finals night in Silver Hill. Juniors on court under 17 category. Nicholas Ellis in the far court up against Ezekiel Ward. Ward also easy in the first game, up 13-6. Back-to-back errors from Ellis. Ellis had his moments, but they were few and far between. Forearm drive out the middle, but they don't call him easy for nothing. The angle too much for Ellis on this occasion. Ward wrapping up the first game, 21-12. The second now, that started with one of the longer rallies of the set. Ellis looking the part, but short on his return. In the final analysis, this game was much closer. Ellis playing defense before launching into a sweeping forearm drive, making it 16-17. Then it was deuce at 20 when Ellis delivered the injection with lethal effect. However, Ward would respond with a creeper for serve to move to set point. Ward taking the victory 22-20 over Nicholas Ellis to take the under 17 title. Let's go to the ladies finale now. Abigail Haynes in the far court battling Kim Holder. Holder in Gold Cup mode, out the gates flying, 11-5. Not much fireworks in the first game. Haynes merely benefiting from Holder's mistakes, down 13-9 here. This point, more textbook draws Holder into the court, then unleashes the back arm beauty. But Holder would snatch the first game, 21-14. Game number 2, Haynes leading 13-10. Will make that 14-10 going cross court. The question is, could she maintain that lead? Fast forward, Holder coming back to lock the scores at 18. Haynes would have a couple chances to force a third, but Holder will wrap up the title 23-21. Haynes just too long. Now to the big one. Julian Michael Jackson White versus Anton Lilman Daniel in the far court. No strangers to each other. This one down the line, sumptuous. Lilman, not to be outfoxed, stands tall and punishes the long hop. White led this one 16-12 before Daniel launched the comeback, going inside out to leave the world boss fishing. But White would stay the course and claim the first game, 21-19.
21-19 for Julian White.
In the second we go, Daniel added a little more fuel to the fire. Backarm slice of immense quality. Then feast your eyes on this one. Seeing is believing. Not enough words to compliment that. Daniel leading 6-5 after another articulate return. Call the injection. Indeed, Daniel would go on to level the set at 1 apiece, claiming the second 21-14. In the third, all or nothing. Who wants it the most? Halfway stage, White leading 9-4. Daniel, unforced error. Well, after the turn, we get some real fireworks. Daniel thinks he has the point won, but quickly pressed back into action. Unfortunate to still get the winner. But White seemed to have endurance on his side, with Daniel committing too many unforced errors. Lilman did manage to reach 15 before White sealed the deal. 21-15 to become the new Silver Hill Road Tennis Champion.
What an exciting finale indeed. Well, Station Hill Cavaliers, well, they defeated defending champions Barbados Lumber Company Lakers on the opening night of the 2018 Co-Operators General Insurance BABA Premier League season. Playing last night at the Wildy Gym, the Cavs defeated Lakers by 4 points, 69-65, to draw first blood in the new season. Granville Gittins led the way for the Cavs with a game-high 20 points, while Jason Smith and Darren Hunt added 11 and 10 respectively. For Lakers, Keith Burkitt drained 19 points on the night, while Mark Bridgman added 11. Meanwhile, in the second game, Barbados Hilton Resort Warriors got the better of Pan American International Insurance Warren Sports Club by 1 point. CBC's Akeem Klinkett reports.
Warriors in the black got the shot on the road. Andre Pierre gets the jumper from the flank. It's good. Warriors attacking now. Tremaine Shaw drives from half court and bites it in to get Warriors on the scorecard. Back the other way, Dario Kamabach in rhythm. 2 more. He had a team-high 10 points. The two teams were going tick for tack. No team being able to separate themselves from the other. Justin Pyle finishes with his left hand for Warriors. That's 2 of his game-high 16. But Warriors wouldn't allow them to do as they please. The men in black came good on defense, transferring to offense for Brandon Hope to get the bucket. Anton Lawrence then drains the tray, keeping Warriors in the hunt for the victory. But the Warriors kept their cool under pressure as Shaquan Newton with the hot hands drains the tray to give Warriors the 1-point victory, 50-49. Akeem Klinkett, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Akeem. Well, the Windies women romped to a 7-wicket victory over Canterbury Magicians at Bert Scuffley Oval as part of their preparations for round 2 of the ICC Women's World Championships versus New Zealand White Ferns starting on Sunday, March 4th. The Windies women won the toss and elected to bowl first, but Canterbury posted 216 for 5 from their 50 overs. Evelyn Jones made 98 and Katie Ibrahim 84. Leg spinner Affie Fletcher took 3 for 44. And in their reply, the Windies women reached to the target in 34 overs for the loss of just 3 wickets. Kaisia Knight top scored with 70 not out, while Hayley Matthews made 61 and Jade Nation 55. Well, coming up, Dorset planning for the three-peat. Welcome back to Sports Night. In our final Gold Cup feature, CBC's Anne-Marie Burke chats with the connections of 2-time defending champ Dorset.
Owner Stephen Alan Madu will be looking to make it a hat-trick of wins as defending Gold Cup champion Dorset will face a field of 7 others in tomorrow's big race. Drawn in post position 8, right on the outside of the field, Dorset, who is looking even better than he was last year, still has the local hopes of victory on his shoulders. It was only last week that he copped the coveted Barbados Turf Club award of Horse of the Year for 2017. Dorset is in charge of trainer Robert Pierce, who assured his preparation is on point.
I really think Dorset is doing very, very well, and I think he can represent Barbados very well, and I think we can be close.
What's the preparation like in comparison to last year?
I actually think Dorset doing better this year than he was doing last year. Last year he had some issues that we had to be tiptoeing around and stuff like that, whereas this year he's doing very, very well in his preparation, and I think he is a year older than Shiny Copper and Dudley Diggs are good horses, but they didn't expect us to win last year either, so I think he's definitely going to represent well.
Generally speaking, of the horses lining up on Saturday, what do you think of this year's Gold Cup lineup?
No, the horses are locally bred horses, unfortunately. We don't have a lot of them, but they are all, the few that we have are all looking very, very well. I see Infrared and is looking beautiful, as well as Marcus Antonio. Just a Fashion, just won the Coolmore, looking great. So I mean, the competition from Barbados is going to be stiff, so the overseas fellas better watch out.
The English jockey Darrell Holland is on island to partner Dorset. No stranger to the Garrison Savannah, he's looking forward to being part of the marquee race. And with a horse who will have all eyes on it, he sees it as no pressure.
Well, I've rode in the race before. It's always a race that plays close to my heart, really, because I used to have a house in Barbados and been coming here and rode for the late Bill Marshall. So it's a race that I want on my CV, which I've not quite managed yet, but hopefully I'll have a good run this Saturday. Good feel of the track this morning. The track's riding good, so and there's a good cover of grass there. So yeah, hopefully everything will go well.
Do you have a strategy going into the race?
Well, not really. The horse is, he dictates his own race, really. He's a little bit slowly away. He knows his way around here, having won 2 Gold Cups before. I think the faster they go, the better, but I understand there's quite a bit of speed in the race, so that'll suit me.
So that's defending champion Dorset, ready to hit the gates for tomorrow's Sandy Lane Gold Cup, with the possibility of running into the record books with a 3rd successive win. Who knows? It all will go down when the race runs off just before 5 p.m.
Thanks, Anne-Marie, for all your work during the week. Well, Alpha and Pirate Swim Club dominated proceedings on night number 2 at the ongoing Long Course Nationals at the Wildy Aquatic Centre. Here's a look at the 50-metre butterfly.
Girls 8 and under 50-metre fly. Heidi Stout of Pirate Swim Club in the purple cap. Well, she got off to a brilliant start, and that paid dividends in the latter stages of this one. Stout, well, she would eventually power to the finish in a time of 42.93 seconds. In fact, Pirates had the 3 fastest swimmers in this age category. Jazz Simmons was second in 47.74, and Faith Jeffrey third, 49.54 seconds. The boys 8 and under was just as intriguing. Nikolai Sisnet, well, he brought a solid technique to the table despite some pressure from Tariq Greenidge of High Tide Swim Club. With 25 meters left in it, Sisnet would hold his nerve to touch the wall in 39.28 seconds. Greenidge, his time 40.14. Switch to the girls 9 to 10. Again, Pirate Swim Club brought to the hard way Kenia Dean and Heidi Baker. Lanes 4 and 5. Shoulder to shoulder. Who would have the final say? The battle would be on for third. Dean and Baker extra tight, heading to the wall. With the reach, Dean stops the clock in 36.29 seconds. Baker 36.56. The boys, time to shine. Titans Aquatic with a sniff at pulling off the 1-2 finish. Jaden Johnson in the white cap with a brilliant start. Jaden Levine, his clubmate, tagging along for the ride in lane 4. Johnson with the 2-meter advantage, stamping his authority in 38.27 seconds. Levine coming home in 39.51.
Welcome back. Well, we've been taking a look back at those Gold Cup races that made the record books for one reason or another. And tonight we end with the most recent race.
It's time now for our Golden Flashback. A look at those Gold Cup races that left racing fans at the edge of their seats for every twist and turn of the race. And we end our Golden Flashbacks with last year's Barbados Gold Cup race. Dorset went in among the favourites. After all, he was the 2016 winner. So could he repeat? With Jalon Samuels as his mount yet again, let's just say they joined the ranks of only 2 other pairs to have claimed back-to-back Gold Cup victories. Today's final Golden Flashback is the Barbados Gold Cup of 2017.
Navigator is up now early this afternoon. Towards the outside is Daunting David. Indiana Jones pulling double is just a fashion along the rail. This keystone for victory. to the circuit to go. These are about 2 lengths up on the Kita, Night Rider, Dorset, and High Noon Rider sees them all as they're around the far turn and head towards the back stretch. The opening quarter, 25-2. And it's in one. No excuses from traffic today. Just the leader from Just the Fashion who's pulling double. Conquest Bespoke is on the outside third. Trinity Navigator goes absolutely beautifully on the outside and fourth. Towards the inside is Infrared. Daunting David takes closer order. On the inside, Indiana Jones and Night Rider comes under the punt. Keystone for victories under the pump as well as they get back towards the starting point. Half mile completed in 49-3. And it's in one, the long shot taken along the merry gallop. On the outside here is Daunting David with a grand run. On the inside is Just a Fashion. On the outside here comes High Noon Rider sweeping by them under Rafael Hernandez as they come inside the quarter pole. It is High Noon Rider who comes to the front. Dorset appears 4 wide. Trinity Navigators in with a chance and they're homeward bound. And Dorset comes to ask a question of High Noon Rider. It's High Noon Rider and Dorset. High Noon Rider and Dorset. Dorset or High Noon Rider. High Noon Rider and Dorset. Dorset from High Noon Rider. They're running on the way. And the way is separable. Dorset, High Noon Rider, Keystone.
That's Golden Flashback. A look at those Gold Cup races that we just can't forget.
Well, time to tell you what's happening tomorrow, March 3rd. Well, the IAAF World Indoor Championships are on CBC TV this weekend. The tomorrow morning schedule beginning at 6 and 6 to 9:45. Then the evening session from 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. On Sunday, there's only one session from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And tomorrow is Sandy Lane Barbados Gold Cup Day, of course, at 4:30, the big race at the Garrison Savannah. Post time for the race day, though, is noon. That's sports night for the week. I'm Damien Best. A reminder to you, once again, World Indoor